a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Houston Cougars taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Utah Utes offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Meyer. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these 2 coaching staffs.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Meyer. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your front cover unit. So the Houston Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Nate.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards, when you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Houston has it with a first and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Hauls it in. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Line getting set on second down. Running into the open space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Here's the return. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. take on first down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Meyer. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Utes decide to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here.
Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment. Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense comes onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss and move the chains.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Myers. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Gets it out fast. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on second down. It's caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Houston wants to play fast. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Immediately fires to the middle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they've taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's got him. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He might want another play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly complete. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Houston going up tempo. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Thurman. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Houston. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Here comes the heat. Keeps it and gets past the chains.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. Got his man quickly. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. The Utes want to pick up the tempo.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. Saw it on that play.
To the air, it's Meyer. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
He's got the back in the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Finds his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great.
There he goes. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carrillo. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Myers. Floating away. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Wow, gutsy call that time by the offense. They're going option on 3rd and long, and the defense is going to watch the film. They're going to be kicking themselves. Nobody was accounting for the quarterback. That was an easy read and decision for him to go get the first down and keep this drive alive.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Rush is on him. He's going to run it. First down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Utes want to crank the tempo.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air, it's Meyer. He caught it. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to bully their way in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch, and they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Moves away as he feels pressure, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Quick strike complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It's one thing to execute